This is a paid presentation on News Talk Radio, 580 CFRA. Now, back to 580 CFRA's Experts on Call. Here's Dean Roberts.
You know, nothing changes the look of your home and increases its value than a brand new custom kitchens. And MR Kitchens helps design, manufacture, and install with no middleman. You buy direct from the manufacturer. We're really happy to have the fun gang in here today from MR Kitchens. If you haven't noticed, they have a lot of fun. Doesn't matter whether in this radio studio or back in the showroom.
We really do.
You guys do enjoy what you do. You're passionate about designing kitchens and life in general, and it's great to have Natalie and Katrina here, the designers, along with marketing director? Cheryl? Manager director, big shot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Cheryl's here. She oversees it all.
Grand Poobah.
Yeah. And Guy's the big man.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Guy in on one of the shows about a year ago, and he was good too. And we'd love to hear from you at 521-8255. In fact, Carol wants to talk quartz countertops. Go ahead with MR Kitchens on CFRA, Carol.
Hi, we have an Arborite molded countertop in our 20-year-old kitchen, and I was listening to you talk about the quartz countertop, and I was wondering if we could just do that to give it a bit of a facelift, because we're not sure how long we're going to be staying there or not.
Well, that's a good question. In all truth, if you're looking to just do your countertop, there are definitely some potential risks to that. For example, if you have a backsplash, whenever you're removing the countertop, sometimes it can cause some damage to the drywall. Also, for resale value, it's a very wise decision to put in a new kitchen if you can. I realize it's, a lot of people, when they hear that, they think, oh my goodness, I don't necessarily have the money to do all of that. But when you think about the fact that you'll put in a very, very high-end, costly quartz countertop on top of 20-year-old cabinets, that can actually give you a negative resale value in terms of your home. And then people will look at that and potentially say, well, nice countertop, but I'm going to have to redo the kitchen anyhow.
And they can't salvage that countertop
That's
either.
the other thing. Unfortunately, that's very true. So I would definitely have a look at that. But if your heart is set on redoing your countertop, there's also other great options as well. There's stainless steel, which is very low maintenance, not as costly. Butcher block is also very nice and warm, particularly if you have tile flooring and you want to kind of bring in some wood. There's also a very nice Granite FX laminate countertop that's out, and it gives you the look of granite without the cost.
Just a quick point to make, jump in there, Katrina. I was reading over the weekend, usually when you invest in your kitchen, Carol, you'll find that you get about 75 to 100% return on investment when you invest in your kitchen.
And that's the total kitchen.
Yeah, the total kitchen. So even though it's a little bit heftier of a price than just replacing your countertops, you'll see that return on investment.
So if we're going to do it, we might as well do it big.
That's the best way to go.
Go for the pot lights. Go for the pot lights, Carol.
But like
Get an island.
Natalie's saying, you will get all that money back and often more.
Is it the same with the bathroom?
Yes,
Okay.
actually. I mean, you may not necessarily get as much because, of course, a bathroom isn't as large. But think of it this way. The bathroom in the kitchen is one of the few rooms you use more than once in your household on a daily basis. So when it's beautiful and functional, people notice that right off the bat when they're viewing a home. And those are often the two biggest selling points.
Well, thank you very much, ladies.
You're welcome.
All right, appreciate the call, Carol. So when she calls MR Kitchens, what's the number, by the way, Cheryl?
Well, we have two numbers.
Okay.
Out at VARS at 613-443-3399. And Orleans is 613-225-5555.
And those numbers are on the website, which is?
Yes, they are. mrkitchens.ca.
Okay. So when they make that call, and either Katrina or Natalie goes out to Carol's home, what can they expect during the design process?
Okay, well, first thing we would do is actually come to their home, like you said, pull out our little measuring tape and write down a whole bunch of things. We'll ask you a zillion questions, how you use your kitchen, what you plan to renovate, and we'll measure the entire space. And we'll go from there. We'll go back to our showrooms and work up some designs based on your preferences. At that point, we would like a second meeting with you to go over the design, show you what we've come up with. Possibly at that point, we'll discuss pricing. And if you have any changes that you want to incorporate into your design, this is when is a great time to kind of incorporate anything you like or don't like. And if you've done your research in the meantime, that helps us streamline the process and really make it the kitchen of your dreams. So from that point, we would see how it goes. If you want to meet us again, we'll discuss the final changes and go to production.
And Katrina, how would somebody make the most of their time with you or Natalie?
Well, it's really helpful if a client has photos of inspiring spaces, if they already know offhand certain things that they want. If they have their own measurements, often that can be very helpful just to kind of get a basic design down, and we can always schedule a visit to go and measure later. That's no problem.
I don't picture you guys with tape measures on your belts. You don't look like the type.
Purse.
Oh, and the purse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We all come equipped with our special handy design bag, and we've got all of our grid paper.
Our trade goods.
Everything. Oh, yeah. I don't go anywhere without
everything
my
but the
bag.
kitchen sink.
Oh, there you go. See, there you
Uh-huh.
go. All right, so this is good to know.
They're very counterproductive meetings, I hear. Yeah.
Yeah. we were talking a little bit about space-saving accessories, and we have a call regarding that. Let's go to Kathleen. You're on CFRA's Experts on Call with MR Kitchens.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
Hi, I have a question. I have a very small kitchen. I live downtown, and it's a galley kitchen, but it's not serviceable at all. So I need to maybe redo the kitchen with better counters, with more pull-outs, but I don't know what's available for a tiny kitchen like this. And my second problem is I'm stuck with a corner that I don't want to put a microwave in the corner.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you got a lot going on there, and
I do.
forgive me because, of course, every circumstance is different, right? So, to give you a couple of quick tips, one good thing to think about when it comes to pullouts and inserts, there's some of my favorite things that I find really help maximize the efficiency of the space in the few cabinets you have. So, for example, you said you had a corner, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
in a corner, what we have is we have what's called a blind corner unit. So basically, think of your Lazy Susan, when you open the little fold doors and then it spins around.
Right.
Similar, except it's 10 times better. There's ones where you can open the door and it flows out with the door, and you've got these two nice shelves that follow suit, completely taking everything right out of the cabinet for you, eliminating the need to get down on your knees and literally stick your head into the cabinet in order to reach the farthest corners. So that is one of my absolute favorite units.
I could put my pots and pans in those.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Some other good ones too are like say your cutting boards, cookie sheets, things like that. A lot of people stick that under the oven, but we have nice slim little cabinets in which, again, you would pull out the door, and instead of it being a cabinet door that you simply open, it glides out like a very tall drawer, and then inside you would have a divider so that you can keep your cutting boards and your cookie sheets separate, and they're very easily accessible. There's some fantastic options. You'll have to come down to the showroom and have a look.
Well, I most certainly will. And who am I speaking to?
This is Katrina.
Oh, thank you so much, Katrina. You've been extremely helpful. You've been extremely enthusiastic. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank
now,
you.
can I have that location again? You're in Vars?
Yes, 296 Enterprise Road in Vars.
Thank you so very much. I'll be popping in to see you. Thank you.
Good
You're
questions,
welcome.
Kathleen. Yeah, great questions. I have a question. Where did the name Lazy Susan ever come from?
I don't know. I saw your face when when Katrina was saying Lazy Susan. I'm just like,
I don't
this
know.
is coming up.
That's been around for so long.
You know what?
It could have been the inventor.
Maybe.
That's often the case.
know-
Lazy Susan came up with it.
Maybe. You know something in the
It was
kitchen?
Susan Lazy, and she came up with the Lazy Susan.
Yeah, there you go. Something in the kitchen that drives me crazy is they call them piano cupboards because they fold.
Right.
Those things come off the tracks all the time. I get in trouble all the time because they're off the track. I don't pull them that hard.
I haven't personally come across any of those.
No.
Oh, well, this kitchen's 1995, so
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds like you need a new
there's
kitchen.
There's two of them.
I think we should go visit you when we're
there's,
finished.
there's two of them. Yeah. Okay.
Well, what you're talking about there is precisely the type of cabinet that
Right.
our last caller, Kathleen, was describing.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
thought. That's a good
There you
yeah,
go.
that's
So
what- yeah,
those are the pesky corner cabinets that are
Yeah.
very, very difficult
Yeah.
to make the most use of.
That's right. That's where I keep my muffin tins.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, I make the muffins.
Oh, we've got a good
He makes
insert
the
for
muffins.
you.
Do you?
Oh,
All right.
yes.
Okay. How about talking about the key things to consider when redesigning a kitchen? That's what we'll do when we come back on the home stretch of the show. This is just flying by, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Didn't we? Can't we extend it a little bit?
Sure.
We've got so much more
No,
to cover.
I don't think Dr. Greenberg, the feed docs guy, would like that. I think is he here yet? Has Dr. Greenberg arrived? He's here. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, he's coming up at 4. But we'd love to have you back.
Oh, we'll come back.
Yeah.
But we encourage everyone to come see us.
Well,
we have
yeah.
so much to talk
Please
about.
come to the showroom. There's
Yeah.
nothing like it.
Okay. And come on back with us because there's still more show to come. CFRA's Experts on Call with MR Kitchens.
There's more experts on call in a moment on News Talk Radio 580 CFRA.